Are you a parent that's blaming sleepless nights with your baby on maybe they're teething or maybe they're not feeling well and just making excuses over and over? Well, I can tell you I was in your exact same position several months back until I tried to search for an answer, and I can tell you there is an answer. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, and today I'm going to share a video on 7 easy tips to help to get your baby to sleep 12 plus hours through the night. I always thought that it was too good to be true that my baby would sleep 12 plus hours. My baby Mila, she was a great sleeper in the beginning, and I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. She's waking up once a night, and then it turned into 2 times a night, and people kept on telling me she's teething, she's maybe not feeling well, and I kept on believing it over and over. And then I finally was like, that can't be what's going on. She's not teething for months and months and months on end. So I went and searched for an answer. Stick around and subscribe. I'll be sharing a ton more mommy content and what I get up to in a day with my 1-year-old Mila. But for now, let's hop into the video. One of the first tips that I have for you might seem really simple and straightforward, or you might think, oh, my curtains are blackout in my room. I have curtains that they say they're blackout, and I think they can. Well, what I've been told is that if you can see your hand in front of your face when you're in your baby's room, it's not dark enough. So what I recommend doing, they're really not the prettiest, but they're these blackout paper curtains from Amazon. They're like $30 and they're amazing. And like I said, they're not the cutest thing you've ever seen. So I'd probably recommend putting some shades on the outside so you can have that more of an aesthetically pleasing look. But these are awesome. They're maybe not the best quality, but I tell you, they stand up with the test of time, and they just stick to the top of your windowsill, and you can actually cut them and trim them for whatever size your window is. So we have these on all of the windows in Mila's room, and they work perfect. I can't see my hand, and again, babies aren't afraid of the dark, so don't think it's gonna be so dark she can't see, she's gonna be afraid, or I need a nightlight. No, they sleep better when it's dark out and extremely black. My second tip for you is a sleep sack. So this is a weighted nested bean sleep sack. She wears it every night and every time she takes a nap. It really cues her brain that, oh, it's time for me to go to sleep. I'm putting on my sleep sack. So she has been wearing this for several months. I've gotten her multiple sizes in this that she just grows out of, but she absolutely loves this. She lays on, she's actually a tummy sleeper, and this still works good. It makes her feel that like comfort and like in a weight from a parent holding them and a parent's weight of their hand on them. So she wears it, and like I said, she's a tummy sleeper. When she was a newborn, she wore a sleep sack that was really tight, snuggled her in, and it was Velcro. So she's kind of transitioned into this type of sleep sack, but I don't plan on having her not sleep in one anytime soon. So we love this. It cues their brain for nighttime sleep and any type of sleep, and plus it keeps them warm. And they make ones that are built for cooler temperatures and warmer temperatures. They have fleece ones for the winter time, and then they have more breathable, like muslin cloth feeling ones for the warmer months. My third tip is a sound machine. So we have the Hatch sound machine. It is so amazing. I have recommended this to all my mommy friends. It's awesome because it's super convenient. I can actually control it from my phone. So it has a Bluetooth connection where I can change the color on it. I can change the sound. I can change the volume. I can even do an alarm system where it goes off at a certain time, and it maybe has like birds chirping or whatever the case is. So we do a separate sound for when she wakes up, when she goes to nap, and when she goes to bed. So all those different sounds help cue her brain into thinking, okay, I am gonna take a nap now, or it's time for bed, time to wake up. I mean, you can also do different colors. When she was littler, we used to try to cue her brain with more colors, but now we just kind of keep it as simple as possible. But she still loves it. We've been using this from day one when she first came home from the hospital. So highly recommend this. It's a little bit more on the pricey side for sound machines, but we've traveled with this, and I, again, recommend this over any other sound machine. Someone wanted to join the video. So my fourth tip for you guys is to always put your baby to sleep awake. I know it sounds crazy, and if you would have told me that from day one, I would have been like, there's no way I'm waking up my beautifully sleeping baby to put them down and make sure that they're drowsy and they're awake. So I would have never done that, but trust me, that is the key to get your baby to sleep through the night and for naps. It's honestly as simple as that. They really just have to learn to be able to put themselves to sleep. Us as adults, we're able to put ourselves to sleep at night, and if we wake up multiple times during the night, we can just roll over, put ourselves back to sleep. Well, babies don't have that learned trait yet. So we as parents have to teach them. So every time I put Mila down for a nap or to bed, I make sure that she is wide awake. Even when she was a baby, and she was nursing before she went to bed, she would get really tired, and I would make sure that, hey, you need to wake up, and we need to make sure that you are staying awake before you go to bed. So she had that learned act of being able to put herself to sleep. So that is the biggest tip, probably the number one most important tip when getting your baby to sleep through the night. So my fifth tip is to keep in mind the baby's awake time during the day. So what that means is the time that they are awake from when they wake up to when they go to sleep. So that can be from when they wake up to when they go down for their first nap, when they wake up from their first nap and go down for the second nap, etc. And then they go to bed. You really want to keep that in mind because you don't want your baby too fussy when you're trying to get them to put them to bed, and you don't want them to be too awake. So for example, you don't want your baby to take their last nap of the day and then they're up for an hour and then they are trying to go to bed. So they're probably not that tired depending on what age they are. So just keep that in mind. That I didn't really think that was a big deal, but it really, really is, and it makes a change. It makes a huge impact on the day knowing how long your baby's awake. So you're avoiding those fussy, crazy moments that you as a mom are just like, don't even know how to console your crying baby. So keep awake times in mind to make sure you can get your ultimate consolidated sleep at night. My sixth tip is to implement a nighttime routine for your baby before they go to sleep to cue their brains of, hey, bedtime is coming. So it can be so simple. It can be anything from like a quick bath to a story, put their sleep sack on, and then put them to bed. For us, it honestly takes us about 20 minutes and we are complete with our nighttime routine. So we pretty much start off with a bath, put her jammies on, start to cue her brain that it's time to relax, and we read her a few books before bed, and then it's pretty much bedtime. So it's super easy. There's only a few steps involved, but really I make sure that I do this every single night, and we did this every night from when she was a newborn to now being 1 year old. So she knows that when bath time comes around and her jammies come on, that she's gonna be going to sleep soon. So definitely recommend implementing that into your schedule. seventh and final tip is to get started with some type of sleep guide. So for us, we chose Taking Care of Babies. She is a former neonatal nurse and she's married to a pediatrician. I found them on Instagram and honestly highly recommend. She is so down to earth and she makes you feel like you're just like her best friend trying to look out for you and your baby, and she's really that extra shoulder that you need to give you the reassurance that what you're doing for your baby in the sleep training is really guiding them down the correct path. So several years ago she sought out to find answers on how to get your baby to sleep 12 plus hours without just letting them cry for hours. And she really did find those answers. She knew there were scientific ways to help your baby sleep through the night. So she went on a quest to find out, and now she shares it with all of us. So she has several classes that you can buy, newborn classes, and then she has the ABCs of sleep. That's what we used. And honestly, it was the best money ever spent. So I recommend it to, again, all my mommy friends, that if you have a newborn or if you have a baby that's not sleeping through the night, whether they're 2 months old, almost 2 years old, that's what she goes up to. So you can still sleep train your baby. And it's not as scary as it sounds, sleep training. I know it sounds kind of nerve-wracking to some parents, but honestly, depriving yourself as a parent from sleep is the last thing you want to do. So you as an unsleeping mommy and your baby's not sleeping, that just leaves for just an unhappy household. So highly recommend her. She really gives you all the tips and tricks that you need, and she goes over schedules throughout the day. She goes over better tips and more detailed tips on how to really work through that 14-day process of getting your baby to sleep through the night. We used it and Mila slept through the night. I want to say on on day 2 she slept 12 hours. So that's 7 to 7. There was no waking up in between, and really it's just them learning how to put themselves to sleep, and it's a support system for you as a mom to be able to know that you're leading your baby down the right path. I really hope that you guys took some nuggets of information away from my 7 easy steps in order to get your baby to sleep 12 plus hours a night. Even just if you take a few of them or try to implement something that works for you, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So if you're in those sleepless nights, just try to find out answers, and hopefully some of these helped for you, because honestly, when you're sleeping as a mama and your baby's sleeping, they're happier, you're happier, the whole household is happier. So hopefully you found something that works for you and your baby. Thank you guys so much for watching, and subscribe again for more mommy content, and we'll see you back soon. Bye.